All right, man. Thanks for joining me. This is Mike again. And look at my breath, y'all. Yeah, it's 23 degrees out here right now. I've got a little bitty heater down here that is burning my leg up, but that's about the only thing that's getting warm. So, I'm still going to do a reaction. You see, this is why I got my little, we call them toboggans. We used to call them beanies when I lived in Southern California in the early 70s. But out here in Texas, they call them toboggans. So anyway, way back, Greg wants me to react to Chopper 1, the Renee Brack interview. So, yeah, man, I'm going to do it. It's about 8 minutes long, y'all. So I want to hurry up and get this thing rolling. So, thanks for joining me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment. And, yeah, man, we'll get through this. I got to stop it in the middle, and then, I'll see you on the other end as well. Okay, here we go. Without further delay. Oh, first of all, I got to bring it all up here. There we go. Here we go.
Mark Brandon Reed, also known as Chopper Reed, has spent 17 of his 37 years on this, the wrong side of the law. When he was released from jail last year, he wrote a best-selling book and said he was finished with crime. 10 days ago, Chopper Reed told me the same thing, face to face.
I'm 37 years old now. I'm an old man. I don't do those things anymore.
Those things he's referring to are a long list of ugly crimes.
From petty rubbish to murder, arson, malicious wounding.
Has he given up a life of crime? Just 4 days after this interview, Mark Brandon Chopper Reed was once again arrested and charged, this time with attempted murder. It happened right here in Evandale, the tiny village in Tasmania that Chopper frequents to drink at the Clarendon Hotel. It is alleged Sydney Michael Collins left the hotel with Chopper, and 15 minutes later, Collins was maliciously wounded. Could Chopper have done it? Well, he is one of Australia's most notorious criminals. Chopper then demonstrated the accuracy of his marksmanship.
I'm a very, very good shot. Would you like me to show you how good a shot I am?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll get my young assistant, Trent, grab that bottle, get over there. This bloke's play by the hour.
Once Chopper got started, there was no stopping him.
You want me to have a go? Show you?
Okay.
Want to show you? All right, hold it up clear. Hang on, just to see if the gun works first. Oh, the gun works nicely. Yep, I'm a crack shot.
So how long's it taken you to be a shot like that?
Oh, for most of my life.
Chopper started a new life in Tasmania primarily because it has the laxest gun laws in the country. Why does he have so many guns? He claims there are as many as 25 contracts out on his life.
There's two serious ones. The rest are all jokes. Don't worry about them. The contracts that the Italians put out on me, they're just good for a giggle.
But it's not only for reasons of self-protection that Chopper insists on surrounding himself with so much weaponry.
Because I have a great interest in keeping the rabbit population down. I feel that it's my duty to keep the rabbit population down. I know a lot of human rabbits too.
While in Pentridge Prison, Chopper alleges he cut off his own ears in an attempt to be removed from H Division. You don't have ears like Mickey Mouse, that's for sure. Can you tell us what happened to your ears?
You're getting a bit personal there, aren't you? If I shot you in the kneecap, Renee, we're entering Logie territory. Oh, you're the only journalist that ever had a crack at my ears, you cheeky young bugger.
And he was removed from H Division to hospital. Was it to prove a point to a warden?
No, just to get out of H Division. And then everyone else thought there was something to be gained, and they all started cutting off their ears, and a couple of characters cut off their and I bailed out of the gang. When the dicky birds start hitting the pavement, I'm out. That's it, me, I'm gone, finished.
Yet he had no problem cutting off people's toes. This was one of the tortures through which Chopper made money and a name for himself.
I always thought the removal of toes with a bolt cutter was rather humane. As I said to a mate of mine, Linus Patrick Driscoll, who was head of a group called the Toe Cutters in the late 60s and early 70s, I thought that cutting people's toes off with a bolt cutter was rather puffy. I thought that...
Okay, so first of all, let's get this straightened out. Chopper One's not interviewing Renee Brack. Renee Brack is interviewing Chopper One. So that title was kind of weird for me, but and so it doesn't look right on this this screen either, where it's just showing, you know, the thumbnail or what I'm recording and the way it's written on there. But it's Renee Brack. I'm sorry, she's interviewing this crazy dude, man, cutting his ears off to get, you know, out of a certain prison, or he used to think it was quite humane to cut somebody's, or, you know, use the bolt cutters to take somebody's toes off. And he even mentioned the bolt cutters membership or whatever, boat cutters. I can't remember what he said, but apparently this was a thing down there in Tasmania. So it's way back. I don't know how you find these, but this is pretty funny, man. And I know it's serious too, but it's funny to listen to the mentality of some people. When he talked about shooting her in the kneecaps, he just thought that was the funniest thing in the world. And in my mind, being a cop, yeah, him laughing like that, he's trying to, he knows what people expect of a normal person to react. But that laugh of his was he had to work at it to laugh like that, because he was dead serious, man. He has no empathy whatsoever for people. So let's get back into Chopper. Here we go.
Linus Patrick Driscoll, who was head of a group called the Toe Cutters in the late 60s and early 70s, I thought that cutting people's toes off with a bolt cutter was rather puffy. I thought it was rather effeminate.
Why is that?
I like a blowtorch, you know, the smell of burning flesh in the air.
He claims he's never tortured or murdered an innocent person. He says there was only one group he preyed upon.
Scumbags, you know, basically people I didn't like, drug dealers, heroin dealers, people who had earned their living through the sale of heroin, made a lot of money, killed a lot of people. They had no right to the money. I had no money, so bugger them. Why should I stand on the footpath with me in my hand while these oh, I shouldn't say that, should I? While these people drive past in their Mercedes coupes and wearing $20,000 Rolex watches and making a lot of money. Why should I have nothing while all these dagos and wogs and assorted, third world brown types make a fortune out of heroin?
Ever thought of getting a job?
No. Perish the thought. No, I have applied for work. Yeah.
So how would you describe yourself? What is the job or trade you've been doing for the last 10 years? Or more?
Garbage disposal. Garbage disposal. A sanitary engineer.
Tattoos are only part of the mutilation of Chopper's body.
I got stabbed with a 8.5-inch butcher's knife here.
What for?
This, all sorts of things. Twice there, ice pick straight through the heart there, Stanley knife across there, Stanley knife across there, Stanley knife, Stanley knife, Stanley knife here, bullet hole here, ice pick here, Stanley knife.
He's even tried to remove some of these tattoos with a blowtorch himself. The blowtorch was also his preferred instrument of torture.
It's reasonably easy. He just takes a flame, a foot, take the shoe off, give it a tickle. Like me to show you?
I'd prefer it if you explained it. In his heyday in the Melbourne criminal underworld, Chopper played Russian roulette with a loaded gun for fun and money. And when I told Chopper I thought he was a sociopath...
Not a sociopath at all.
Nothing wrong with me.
Mark Chopper Reed has been remanded in custody and will appear in court again on June 10 when a new chapter in his life will begin. What you've just seen is only part of his story. I'll bring you a full report on the life and crimes of Mark Chopper Reed at a later date.
Now, when Renee Brack joined the team, she had no idea that one of her stories would make headlines on almost 200 television stations across the United States. Now, have a listen to how Hard Copy America introed her first story on Chopper Reed.
You'd have to search far and wide to find the most dangerous man in America, let alone the world. But meet Chopper Reed. A woman faced him down in his hideout on an island off Australia. The real Tasmanian devil.
But there's one scene the Americans didn't see, and neither did viewers in Australia.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a slug in this gun. Now, you got to take my word for it, but there's a slug in this gun. Wow, I want one shot to my head, one shot to Renee's. Are you ready, Renee?
I don't think I want to play.
Are you ready? You don't want to play. Bad luck.
Yeah, that one kind of took me by surprise. You know, wow. He could have killed that young lady. Bless her heart. Yeah, he's definitely a sociopath, a psychopath. Where if he'd have killed her, he'd have worried about it for about 3 seconds. Then he would have had him some, you guys call it fish and chips, right? Or just chips maybe, and not thought about it anymore after that. Just hoping he didn't get caught. Wow. All right, Greg. Thank you for the request, buddy. That's going to do it for me. So I can still see my breath. So we're still below freezing out here. But anyway, thank you for joining. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and until I see y'all again, I'll catch y'all down the road, okay? Once again, thank you.